What's up, my pickles and picklets? It's Spontaneously Pickled here, and today, finally, after a month of doing wrestling content, I am doing another one, but on this channel, which is Spontaneous Pickle. And by the way, I should probably introduce myself as Spontaneous Pickle in the introduction, shouldn't I? I shall do that going forward, or I'll forget. You guys will just remind me in the comments if you guys want to. Anyway, I just wanted to get started basically talking about Fastlane, because with this video, we will be doing a predictions and opinions video on this. So this will be a straightforward video, no scripts, no having to read, no thinking, just freehand, and that's my favorite kind of video. I'm still trying to work on how to make the wrestling videos for the highlights and reviews fun for me as well. Like I said, I don't know. I might just wind up turning into reviews until I start seeing more subscribers. But I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. But the thing is that, like, for instance, today I'm doing today 2 videos today and then 1 tomorrow. So it's a lot of time, to be honest with you. So I have to see. But I mean, like I said, when I see you guys liking it, then I'm all for it. You know, I'm definitely happy to do it. But for now, I'm gonna try to liquidate this a little bit more so I can focus more on my horror game, because that seems to be having a little bit better luck. But nonetheless, I'm rambling on here. Let's get down to the my thoughts and opinions on this, predictions and opinions on this. Now, first of all, before I even get started, this pay-per-view, I like it because it's a lot less predictable than some of the other pay-per-views, I think. Like, I don't know, I just find this pay-per-view to be a little bit less predictable, which is good. By the way, I really like the idea that I can't just say, oh, I think this is going to happen, but sure, because there's a lot of twists and turns that were going into this pay-per-view, so that's really got me excited. Now, first of all, I want to go with the match I believe is going to be first, which is going to be the LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. As we know, SmackDown ended with Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro getting injured and not being able to complete tomorrow. Now, there's a lot of speculation on this. I haven't really watched any other videos stating otherwise, so I'm going to assume that Rey Mysterio, because obviously they're going to compete, and it's only Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, he's going to call Bad Bunny. Now, originally, I thought this match was going to be straightforward. It's going to be the Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits win. But then there is something that I do have from other pages that I, for like spoiler pages and stuff that I check out, that says that they're trying to call up Trick Williams and I can't even believe I can't remember his name. He's so talented. I forget his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Carmelo Hayes. They're trying to call them up to the main roster, and they might actually be either part of this faction or replace the Street Profits. Because obviously, if Street Profits lose, there's a lot more to lose for them than if they win, right? However, I originally thought the LWO was going to lose and possibly some shenanigans from Santos Escobar. It seemed like they're working on being a heel, but I'm not sure anymore if they're still going in that direction. I don't think they have to. I don't think that they always have to turn everybody heel, like I said before. Nonetheless, I do think that with this, I think it's going to be, I hate to say it, but I actually do think it might actually be the Mysterio and the LWO, depending on who they call already. So this is a little bit more unpredictable. But I'm actually going to say the LWO despite it, because I actually think what's going to happen is that one of the Street Profits are going to eat the pin, and it's going to bring up an issue with Lashley and the Street Profits again, because there's more of a story to be told there. And right now, I even said it earlier today in my other video, that it feels like the Street Profits with the cheering of Lashley today was kind of forced. So I think that's going to be a good way to carry that story along. Next up, we have the Undisputed Tag Team Championships with the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. I do not think there's any chance in hell that Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes are going to win these titles. Now, don't get me wrong, it could happen because they could play on the dissension between Finn Balor and Priest, especially with JD McDonough in a way. However, I don't think it's going to happen like this. Even though I did say that when whoever won that last match he's gonna lose the title. Remember that? Like last time, is gonna lose the title from some shenanigans. However, I don't believe it's gonna be the case in this particular pay-per-view. So I'm gonna say that they're gonna win, because I just don't see Cody stopping his goal to fight Roman Reigns just to go for the tag titles. Even though obviously the situation with The Rock, as well as LA Knight not being potential, can be to throw a spanner in those plans. However, I do think that I think it's not going to beat Roman Reigns the first time around. Maybe in the future, I don't know, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to say that they're going to lose this match, and I think that what's going to possibly happen is that KO might interfere as well. But we definitely know the Judgment Day has more than enough people to interfere, and especially if they're working with a bloodline, there might be some interference there. there was one theory I heard about Jey Uso betraying Cody, which is a possibility. That would be chaotic, but I don't think they need to go back and forth with the bloodline. I think that's just going back to square one, and it's gonna make the bloodline story more dragged out than it needs to be. Next up, we have Io Sky, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair fighting each other. Now, I really don't know who's gonna win this match either, surprisingly, but I actually do believe there's two possibilities. What I think is gonna happen is Io Sky is gonna win and just retain because she's gonna have help from damage control. I don't think that for Triple H's way of doing things, he likes to do the stories real slow, which is okay. I mean, I think that he could pick up a pace a little teensy bit, not as slow, not as fast as McMahon did with the stories, but a little bit faster because those McMahon stories are playing out like a week or two. Let me tell you, but. Also, my mouth is a little bit out of sync, by the way, guys, so I do apologize. But nonetheless, I do think that Io's going to take this. Now, if she does lose, the more chaotic opinion here is that Bayley costs her the match, and then she tries to contend for the title because they have been playing on the rivalry. But again, I do think that this is going very slow, so I don't think that that's going to happen today. I'm pretty much 90% sure Io's going to win. I don't see Asuka or Charlotte Flair winning this match, to be honest with you. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. Alright guys, so I do apologize. I think I fixed my mic just now. It was kind of getting on my nerves, and I hope you guys don't mind it. I do apologize. Apparently my mic was not really set up for a moment there. I don't know what happened with that. But nonetheless, now, this match, I'm not sure either. Actually, this pay-per-view really has me torn. Now, I'm going to say, however, that I'm voting Shinsuke, because I do think Seth is fighting a lot of injuries, and Shinsuke has been. Oh, that's the hard thing. It's really hard. I'm gonna say Shinsuke though. I'm gonna say Shinsuke because I think that it's gonna. I think WWE wants to surprise everyone. But there is also a possibility that Shinsuke is going to lose, and then he's gonna win, but then Damien's gonna cash in on him. But I think that here's my thing. I think Shinsuke is gonna win, but then get beaten by Damien after a curve stop. If Damien and Finn Balor lose the tag team champions, but if not, then I just think Shinsuke is gonna win, and but it's a lower chance. But I do believe that Shinsuke's got this match, even though Raw is telling otherwise and the story is telling it. Because when you look at the story, right, Seth Rollins really hasn't won at all in the story besides that matches itself. So it's a little bit really interesting to see. But for some reason, I really do feel like Shinsuke's got it. And also, I just think that it will be a nice change. Even though I like Shinsuke, it will be a nice change to have even though I like Seth. But I do think it would be a nice chance to see Shinsuke having the championship. So I'm going to say Shinsuke for this match, and let's see what happens. Lastly, we have LA Knight and John Cena versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Now, this match I think is a little bit more predictable. I do highly believe that John Cena and LA Knight will take the win, probably pinning. Now, if Cena gets the victory, he's going to pin Jimmy. If LA Knight gets the victory, he's going to pin Solo, because Solo is a very protected wrestler, as we all know, and I think that it will do more for LA Knight and furthering that story for LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. However, rumor has it that Cena might be also contending for Roman Reigns, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But the chaotic side of me says that somehow, some way, the Judgment Day or Cena cost LA Knight their match, and then somehow, some way, Cena's like, oh, I want to be a heel. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. I think realistically, 99% sure that Cena and LA Knight was going to take this match. So I think that's going to be the most obvious match of the thing. And don't get me wrong, they made LA Knight lose a lot, so it's not like they haven't. But I do think that I don't think he's gonna lose in this particular match. I think it's too soon to make him lose right now. He'll probably use the big one against Roman Reigns, because what they want to do, I think what they're doing with him is gonna build him up. They're gonna knock him down and then build him up again. So I think that's gonna be the result of that one. Now, that does conclude my predictions for this one. Even the chaotic one kind of matched the normal predictions this time around, because like I said, this time WWE, I gotta give you guys credit. They have really done a good job making this card a lot less predictable than usual. Because literally, I think every match is kind of unpredictable, because there's a lot of stories being told. Even there's a story in the chaotic one for Judgment Day, for instance, is KO maybe interfering and making them win. It's so many different things going on and so many different stories being told. And I think that's how you make the crowd more, the fans more interested and compelled, because they don't know exactly what's going to happen. So keep up the good work, WWE. I'm looking forward to watching this match tomorrow. Tomorrow I haven't decided if I'm going to do a full-on review and highlights, or just a review, covering just the match at the end. I haven't really decided. I may do it that way because it's a little bit more enjoyable while I'm still growing. I do promise you guys, I seriously promise you guys though, if this page grows, I will go to full-on content like I was doing before, full reviews, full highlights, as well as all the pictures. But at the moment, I just feel like it's a lot of energy to put in for a smaller channel that I'm not really seeing a lot of traction or comments on at the moment, if that makes sense. At least with the gaming stuff, I have like one or two people commenting. So, for me, I think that's more motivating for me to push forward with that. So that's really my main focus right now. But I still want to grow this page. So I do hope that you guys do like this unique style of content, a VTuber covering wrestling. I mean, how often do you see that, right? Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And Spontaneous Pickles is out of here. See ya. Let's go, Fastlane. Woo.